Here's my review of The Dark Knight Rises. It's not a perfect movie, but I really liked it. Between the action and the score, it was a real adrenaline rush. Tom Hardy is good as Bane. He doesn't eclipse Heath Ledger's performance, but I doubt many people thought that he would. Bane's actions were definitely reminiscent of James Bond villains, with the pros and cons which come with that. And for the most part, I had no problem understanding him, although one weird thing was I could hear his voice, but it didn't really seem sometimes like the voice was coming from his mouth. It was almost like there were speakers somewhere and he was broadcasting through a sound system. It made it real tough since you couldn't see his lips moving. Anne Hathaway definitely delivered the goods. She reminded me of a lot of different comic book versions of Catwoman. Her moral compass was in doubt throughout the whole movie. As expected, Bale was solid as both Bruce Wayne and Batman. The most riveting performance for me was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's. He really sunk his teeth into the John Blake role and delivered a grounded, captivating performance. If anybody warrants an Oscar nod, he'd get my vote. Michael Caine was really good too. His role was a little bit limited, but it was still pivotal. I saw a midnight screening, and during one of the more grim scenes, I saw a few people literally hanging their head in dejection. They just couldn't watch what was going on screen because it really gets brutal at one point. The action really picks up toward the end, and in the last few minutes there are these two major beats which cause the entire theater to erupt in applause. Normally, I prefer to watch movies at home, but this one was really great as a group experience. I've seen some reviews which mention plot holes. I don't recall plot holes as much as gaps, maybe, which require you to really stretch your imagination's plausibility meter. It's as if Nolan in a few instances said, "We won't bore you with the details of plot point X or Y. You just have to figure it out." I'm not sure where I'd rank it in the trilogy. I'll have to see it again, which I'm sure I will. I'm apparently a rare breed who actually preferred Batman Begins to The Dark Knight. There's one thing that I would have liked to have seen a little bit different, very minor at the end. I won't say what it is now because it's a bit of a spoiler, but I'll add a comment in a few days to elaborate. In summary, it was a goosebump-inducing joyride, and if I had to do it over again, I would definitely put my money down to see it in a theater on opening night. Thanks for listening.